Insufficient and at times utter absence of development finance has for years been cited as a major bottleneck to business success, especially those of a long-term nature. Normally, development finance institutions provide risk capital for development projects on a non-commercial basis and is a prescribed source of funding for long-term projects. Today, a bulk of investments in the country are supported by short-term financing from commercial banks. This explains why many that borrow to invest long-term struggle to stay afloat or collapse given the high interest rates and other unfavorable terms associated with such financing for medium to long-term investments.
Frankly, at 23% or 20% or 17%, the impact of a loan on a business, especially a long-term business, is not good. Especially when you're competing against countries that are having negative interest rates.
Today, the woes of a long-term investor using short-term financing have been made worse by the COVID-19 pandemic. Imagine the position of a scholastic material manufacturer who picked a commercial loan in February of this year to start a new production line in anticipation of an inflow boost with the start of the June school term. It is this state of affairs worrying long-term investors like manufacturers.
A lot of businesses are surviving on loans. If you do not address the fact that they are now unable to pay their loans, there's going to be a lot of defaulting and there's going to be a lot of foreclosures, which we do not want to happen, because each foreclosure, if for example in the manufacturing sector, is about 20, 30, 40 jobs that are down the drain.
To government, a critical step in addressing this challenge has already been taken.
The next financial year, 2020-2021, which is in a 1 month's time, we will be able to achieve our target of investing 500 billion capitalization of UDB. We have also resolved in this board meeting to increase the share capital of UDB from 500 billion to 2 trillion.
Special focus has been paid at financing affordability, which remains a major concern of long-term borrowers.
I've had discussions with the board and management of UDB for them to work towards reducing the interest rates to 10%. And that will make financing from UDB more affordable than all the other commercial bank lending rates to our manufacturers and our people in agro-business and in agro-processing.
Long-term investors have lauded the move as a step in the right direction, but keenly await its rollout.
The devil is in the implementation. It doesn't matter how long we take putting together documents. If at the end of the day we implement badly, it's not going to help us.
Beyond that, the business community is rooting for sweeping interventions to deal with the outstanding loans, with suggestions ranging from stimulus pack to long loan deferrals compared to those suggested by the Bank of Uganda, given what they see as the immense impact the COVID-19 pandemic has had on business operations in this country.